All right, well, welcome back to Exhaust Sports Auto. My name is Kevin, and we are here, well, you're here to see a POV on this 2021 Mazda 3 Turbo Hatchback with all-wheel drive, of course. Now, I have actually done a full review on this vehicle already, so please do check that video out. And I've also done a review on the sedan, so I'll leave the links to both of those videos down below. So this isn't going to be an exact review per se, but I will give you my thoughts, I guess, on driving it. Mostly you're here so you can see what it's like to be driven from the cockpit, of course. Been driving this car around for a few weeks now. This is a press car, so it's been my daily driver, and I have quite enjoyed myself for the past couple of days. No compact car in this segment deserves to be this quiet, this smooth. And again, I've already talked about all this stuff in the reviews already. Have a look at this interior here. So this is the machine gray metallic, I believe, on the exterior, which is a optional color choice. It costs more money to get this, as well as a Soul Red. It's another color that costs more money. As you can see, Mazda went for a very non-offensive, the least distracting kind of interior possible here, so it's always nice to see. But yeah, you know, I've driven basically every single new Mazda made, and they all have a very unique driving characteristic that I absolutely just adore, because they have like this type of German solidity like an Audi, yet they marry it with like this lightweight feel to the handling and all that stuff. Now again, if your idea of this is like it's some type of insane hot hatchback, it's not. Everything about this is smooth. It operates smoothly. The steering, the ride, the power just gushes you forward. I mean, this type of power delivery, right? I mean, it's just like effortless thrust. Even out on the highway, which you're about to see because I'm going to take this out on the highway very soon. All right then, so good brakes here. There's definitely some roll with this chassis, of course. I mean, it is just a compact vehicle, of course, and that is fine. I mean, everything about this has a great, just natural demeanor to it. It's just so familiar. The ergonomics are good. The driving position is great. You feel extremely confident driving this car, and the all-wheel drive, it helps it to mitigate pretty much any and all torque steer or anything like that. As you can see, we're just cruising along here on the highway, and it is just surprisingly very quiet. This vehicle does not have double pane glass or anything like that. Almost no tire noise at all. It utilizes 19-inch Bridgestone tires on it. A red cop car. That's a first. Very interesting. Anyway. Yeah, this is definitely a non-fatiguing experience for sure. And yeah, driving position is one of those things where they spend a lot of time on, and it shows, man. It is perfect. Let's see here, just test out some more of this little handling here. Like I mentioned, good natural brakes. It's always very good in all these Mazda products. Yeah, even though there's roll with the chassis, I mean, it is a predictable handling demeanor for sure. And this turbo engine is definitely best suited in this car for sure. I mean, out of all the Mazda turbo products, this one, it feels the most lively, it feels the fastest, all that stuff. So definitely, this is my preference for sure. If you're gonna get a turbo model Mazda, then definitely do it. Very interesting. What's going on here? Yeah, I mean, I like Mazda's approach because this is what you have to deal with on a consistent basis. People who can't really see more than 3 steps ahead of them apparently out on the road, and you have to deal with it. This cool, relaxed nature is what I prefer out here on the road to reduce your blood pressure. Look at this. There's like this guy behind me. I mean, they are like miles behind me. That guy's doing like 15 miles per hour right now. This is what you have to deal with on a day-to-day basis. You don't need 10 million horsepower out here because it's absolutely worthless, but power is effortless. It's easily one of the quickest cars, even amongst like entry-level luxury vehicles, doing 0 to 60 in like 5.5 seconds. But it's the way all this stuff feels to you and how natural it feels. That's what makes this car unique. But they're trying to keep combustion engines alive, Mazda, and that's what I respect the most. They are actually trying to, you know, amongst all the emissions and all the electric cars that are coming out right now, which Mazda will be creating a hybrid soon. They have to. I mean, they have no choice, but they're trying their best to keep these engines alive. They're even investing into an inline-six rear-wheel drive platform, an inline-six engine as well. So that is very impressive for sure. And this is what I respect with Mazda. This thing is also deceptively quick. I mean, it gets up to like 55 miles per hour, almost seemingly instantaneously. I mean, and it reacts pretty good to my inputs. It's only got a 6-speed automatic transmission, so with only 6 speeds, it just effortlessly kicks down. You see that? That's what I love, man. That just it makes it so effortless, really utilizes all of its power. Of course, everybody's gawking at this car because it's so gorgeous. Unlike the other competitors, I mean, new Corolla looks all right, but like honestly, man, I feel like this and the Kia Forte are my most favorite because they're the least juvenile looking vehicles for sure. But this one easily takes the cake. It is so like exotic looking. I absolutely love it. So definitely take advantage of all these things. It's a commendable vehicle to put on your driveway. You know, if there's something juvenile about it. The only real cons I've noticed driving this car in my last couple of days of ownership have been a little rattle coming from the passenger side door here. And the interior is solid, don't get me wrong. The interior is easily one of the best interiors ever made. That's not really the issue here. I should go back and watch my Audi Q5 POV video I did, because you compare that video to this, I mean, the interior looks almost identical and the solidity is there, but I've just noticed a slight little rattling effect, and that's fine because it is a compact sedan, uses more plastics, and this is going to be an issue you're going to find with basically all the cars in this segment. I mean, I feel like creaks and rattles weren't really an issue 10-15 years ago because basically every car would creak and rattle, but you know, this car, it's just a nitpicking thing because, well, you know, this car is just so damn solid and so well built. That's just one of the things I noticed with this particular car. The easily best in class interior for sure, and honestly, with the all-wheel drive, with the gushing amount of performance that this particular car has, the speed of it, the refinement, the high-speed stability, all these things, I'm gonna have to choose this as my choice in compact cars. I'll probably lease something like this, and I would definitely skip the Premium Plus option and get this car base for $30,000. The price is definitely worth it. It is just that good. There's really hardly any compromises to make here. Even the technology is great. The ergonomics are phenomenal. Just a non-distracting, easy-to-use vehicle that has just been very satisfactory for me to drive. So that's kind of my thoughts. You know, hopefully you got to see this car, you know, a little POV action here, and you kind of got to see what this thing is like at the cockpit. So with that established, hope to see you guys on the next review, and take care and goodbye.